Hey everyone, it's LaShonda from Labors of Love here with another Therapy Thursday. Today I want to talk about the courage to ask. So I have to start by telling you this very sweet and I think hilarious interaction that I had with one of my 4-year-old twins. I will tell you that even though 2020 into 2021 has pushed many of us to the very edge of our comfort zones, one of the comforts that I have taken away from this year of pandemic is leggings. Okay. They have literally been all I've worn, with the very slight occasion that I would put on a dress. So the other day, just on a random whim, I decided that I was going to put on some dress pants on my way to my office. And I went the day, I had on my dress pants. I even put on like a very small heeled boot. And, here I am thinking I'm all cute, right? So I get home and one of my daughters sees me and she goes, "Mommy, why do you have a zipper on your vagina?" It dawned on me at that moment that this child doesn't even have a memory of me wearing pants that are not leggings. And so it was super funny. I don't even tweet that often, but I tweeted it and I've posted it. And I think it's given people a very needed laugh. But as I reflect upon that moment, I think what sticks out to me is her courage to ask. And in some ways, I will say that we have created an environment within our home where she didn't have fear of asking a question that she didn't know the answer to, even though, it involved someone else's body or all these things. And it got me to thinking, wow, how different would our world be if we had the courage to ask questions when we didn't know, and we had the patience to give answers when people did. It's like when children are small, there's an understanding because their bodies are small that they've had a limited experience with life. So when they ask questions, instead of going, "That's stupid, of course you should know that," at least most of the time, I know that this actually does happen, but there is something about a small body and a tiny voice asking a question that endears our hearts, and we go, "Aw, that's cute." And then we answer it. But the bigger the body, the more the expectation that people should know or ought to know, or "Why don't you know that?" What would happen if we became patient with people, recognizing that a poverty of experience can lead to a poverty of knowledge? And if a person hasn't experienced something, then they likely don't know. What if we recognize that there are children inside of all of us who are still curious and have wonderment and awe, and we stifle that in one another when we become judgmental and condemning and harsh when people are asking questions just to get answers? And so that is the invitation that I leave us with this week. How can we muster the courage to ask? There are so many things we don't know. And why I think that is important is because when you don't ask, your brain just makes it up. And oftentimes the things our brain makes up, we convince ourselves is real, it's reality, it's truth, when often it's just something we made up based on our own experiences, not taking into account how many experiences we haven't had. And I also invite us to be open and invite and encourage questions from others that they may have of us because of experiences they haven't had. I'm convinced that if we can lean in even a little bit in these two areas, we will see a better world because of it. If you'd like to reach out to me, if you have suggestions for content, please reach me at www.thelaborsoflove.com. Don't forget we're on all the major social media outlets. If you haven't, please head over to Instagram, where we have a brand new Instagram page specifically for our podcast, the_LOL_pod. And go ahead and subscribe to the podcast and our YouTube channel while you're at it. If you haven't already, write a review, give us that 5-star rating, share the podcast with your friends and loved ones. Until we connect again, you all be well.